I'm not going to open the doors for them.
Yeah.
So there's nothing for them to do.
Yeah.
They just need to go home.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look and see you there, but I mean, you don't have to allow access, but technically it's a public building. They're allowed access in here as long as it's not privately owned. If he's a judge, they have access to the building.
But it's not, it's a private building.
Okay.
Okay, he's not here. There's no proceeding going on currently.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand if there's a public hearing, because I actually volunteer for the state bar.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're having a public hearing, we have to post it, public's entitled to come in, there's no issue here. But there isn't anything going on now. So there being no public hearing going on, their rights to enter basically do not exist.
This is Susan Bassi, and I'd like to introduce you to one of the most important First Amendment attorneys in the country. And I'd like to send you to his YouTube channel and ask you to subscribe and let him know that we sent you. Because this attorney is fighting for public access to the court proceedings in the LA Superior Court case of the Britney Spears conservatorship. After somebody broke the rules and recorded the virtual proceedings, we heard Britney's voice for the first time in 13 years. And ever since then, it's been a fight for public access to those proceedings. And the attorney who's taken up this fight in our court system happens to be a family law attorney, which is right up our alley. And we can all fight for this access better if we do it together.
It's Christopher Melcher. I'm a California attorney, and I watched...
Sunnyvale 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Yeah, we have some people in our building who refuse to leave. They're claiming they have a right to be here.
What is the address?
438 South Murphy Avenue.
What's the name of the business?
It's the law office. Nesting.
And where exactly is the person?
Here he is.
They're upstairs in our lobby.
Are they a customer or?
No, they claim to be reporters, and they're just refusing to leave. There's nothing going on there for them to report.
He's giving your description. Old guy, 6'3". Good looking. I wouldn't add that. That'd be making a false police report.
They're upstairs in our lobby.
Are they a customer or?
No, they claim to be reporters, and they're just refusing to leave. There's nothing going on there for them to report.
Is that one person or how many?
2 people.
Male or female?
Both. Tall males, short females.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Trying to do your rights, huh?
Hi there. Good. Did you get a call?
We did.
What was the call about?
About a male and female refusing to leave the property, I guess. What's going on?
So I'm going to want to file a report if there was a false police report made.
Okay.
What's the call about? So I'm going to want to file a report if there was a false police report made.
Okay. Can you just tell me your son?
I sure can. I'm a reporter, and I have the court files with me, so I can show them to you, filed documents.
Okay.
And this is about Michael Smith, and he is a private judge.
Okay.
Do you know what a private judge is?
Okay. Can you just tell me your side of the story?
I sure can.
Okay.
I'm a reporter, and I have the court files with me, so I can show them to you, filed documents.
Okay.
And this is about Michael Smith, and he is a private judge.
Okay.
Do you know what a private judge is?
No.
Private judge is an attorney who does the job of a judge.
Okay.
They have full immunity. It's like if I put him in a, I don't know, are you a police officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, it's like if I give him a badge and gun and he's not it's like if I give him a badge and a gun.
Okay.
So this is where an attorney gets to play judge. They're given, and I have the order right here, they're given the full power and authority to be able to be a judge. They can make orders, they could get me arrested with an order, they could do search warrants, they could do anything because they have this power.
Okay.
And so this building, and I'll show you the filed documents if you want to see them, this address right here is noticed as a public courthouse.
Okay.
So the rules of court 2.8 2.400 say that I have a right to go into there and look at all the case files that they have in front of them. Michael Smith has a lot of cases, and their hearings are not being publicly noticed. So imagine you get called to court to testify and there's no notice of a hearing. You wouldn't know where to go, you wouldn't know what to do. So as a member of the press, I'm entitled to be able to hear hearings that are publicly noticed. So just because somebody's paying him doesn't mean that they, don't get to, that I don't get to be there. Today we found out, I have had people tell me that they have been instructed by a paralegal by the name of Margie Russo to come and sign documents related to a CLETS DVRO order here. And so that means that he is signing CLETS orders, and I don't know how a private judge in a law office is able to get somebody put into the CLETS database. And so that's a quandary to me. I filed a complaint, I filed a media request, and the moment I filed a media request, he recused. He had issued orders to pay himself cryptocurrency, $22,000 worth of fees. And this became a public courthouse the moment he took his oath, the moment he signed this, and the moment this document was filed in the court. And so they kicked me out of there. They're not giving me access to it. I have every legal right. I'll give you the law. And they are technically committing a crime by locking the public and reporters out of that courthouse.
So you just like access to the
We would like
all the court
access.
cases?
That's right. We would like, you know what? Thank you for saying that. That's all we're about, is access. And you guys have had to get used to people recording you in public.
Oh, absolutely.
As awful as it can be sometimes to have us recorded, I know what it feels like to be recorded. And these private judges and judges in general are not used to it. But the moment he started taking $600 an hour, then he became a public judge. I'm entitled to see what he's doing. I'm entitled to see, he's a public figure essentially. And he had a whole group of office mates locking me out and calling the police for me. And I don't know, was it a trespassing call? But whatever they're doing, we're going to have to pursue this because I believe there are crimes being committed in there if they're locking the public out of what should be a public courthouse.
And he's in there right now?
They told us he's not there. They have no files, that he conducts all his hearings via Zoom, which they're not noticed. There's nowhere that they're noticed. So where would those be? I don't know.
Let me go inside and talk to them. Notify them.
And I'll give you the law. I've got the filed documents. I've got the case file. I'll tell you everything. But allowing them to lock me out of that office, if I want to just sit in there until 5 o'clock, I'm entitled to do that. So let's talk about access. I'll wait out here so I don't cause any trouble. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. What is your name?
Officer Salvas.
Let's talk about access. I'll wait out here so I don't cause any trouble. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. What is your name?
Officer Salvas, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Officer Salvas.
Salvas, and what is your badge number?
17694.
Thank you, sir. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I get all your names and badge numbers so I know who's on the call?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Officer Salvas.
Salvas, and what is your badge number?
17694.
Thank you, sir. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I get all your names and badge numbers so I know who's on the call?
Yes, I will provide you that, okay? Let me talk to my partner. Before I leave it, you will get that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Sir, what about you? Are you
Yeah,
detective?
no, I'm not. But it will all be on the incident number. So we'll give you a business card once we leave, and once we figure out the other side.
Okay.
Okay?
And I'm going to need to know that gentleman's
I
name.
own a law office, building here. They came into the building, asked for Mr. Smith or Mike Smith. Mr. Smith isn't here. No one in his staff is here. I told him nobody's here. No, it's just that there's no reason for them to be here because there's nothing for them to do.
What they're saying is now that he's a private judge, they should be allowed access to, I guess, a public facility. Now become a public facility, they should be allowed to have access to the files that he has, the cases that he's involved in, and that's what they're saying they're here for.
Okay, well,
There's some documents, I haven't looked at them, but they're saying they have lawful access to be here now that that gentleman is now a judge. They have access to this building and shouldn't be allowed to be kicked out.
okay. But again, what are they going to do in this building? His doors are locked. They have no right to break down the doors. I'm not going to open the doors for them.
Yeah.
So there's nothing for them to do. They just need to go home.
Okay. I'll have to look and see you there, but you don't have to allow access, but technically it's a public building. They're allowed access in here as long as it's not privately owned. If he's a judge, they have access to the building.
But it's not, it's a private building.
Okay.
Okay, he's not here, there's no proceeding going on currently. And I understand if there's a public hearing, because I actually volunteer for the state bar. So if we're having a public hearing, we have to post it, public's liable to come in, there's no issue here. But there isn't anything going on now. So there being no public hearing going on, their rights to enter basically do not exist.
Okay. Yeah. Let me talk to my partners. They're saying that they have some paperwork now that I guess since he took on the position of being a private judge, that now his office becomes open to the public, is what they're saying. And they are allowed access to obtain files. They're allowed to be up in the building if they'd like, hang around till closing time. That's just what they said.
So I understand, but no, that's nonsense. They're no more entitled to go to a public courthouse and go to the judge's chambers or go to the file rooms or whatever else. They have to comply with the requirements of the organization. In this particular case, if Mike Smith had a hearing scheduled here, and I don't know if he did, there isn't a hearing going on now.
Yeah. Their claim is that it's a public building, they're allowed access anytime between business hours, that's what they're saying.
So let me understand.
Sure.
This is you, yeah? This is your organization?
This is my organization.
Yes.
This is me.
This is you. So all this staff here are your organization?
Those are all my employees.
Okay. Including this Shannon here?
No, John Conway is a separate tenant. He has his own space, his own office. Nothing to do with him.
Okay.
Shannon is her own attorney. She has her own office. I've nothing to do with
In
her.
this building?
In this building. These folks are.
Unrelated to you, but they occupy the
They
building?
occupy a building,
Okay.
and they're
Okay.
psychologists.
So technically you don't, are these like on separate floor? Or
Yeah, we're all on the second floor.
Oh, is that, these people too, yeah?
Yeah, they all have their own private
Okay.
rooms with their own locked doors.
Right, so technically they can go into the building as long as they don't interfere with these people.
Right, as long as they're not interfering. I mean,
Yeah.
if they want to sit in the lobby until 5 o'clock, until we close the door, I don't care, but the problem is they're harassing my staff. And that they're not entitled to do. Okay?
Okay.
If they want to just sit, they're
So how do they get a hold of Mr. Smith?
I don't know. I don't even know how to get a hold of him. He shows up occasionally. He sees cars upstairs and there's a phone number or whatever.
Does he work for you?
No, he does not work for me. He just rents space.
He just rents the space.
But he has office space in
He is office
within
space
your
in the
building?
building. Yeah.
Okay. And all these people are, is it like subsectioned off, or is it like a long hallway, different offices?
So I'll show you around. It's 3 branches. Everybody here has their own locked door.
Okay.
Okay. So these are counselors. I have no access to their records. Just as an attorney, I have no access to her records or access to his records. And again, I have access to my people's records because they all work for me.
And Mr. Smith is renting a space from
He
you?
rents a space in the lower far corner, yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have access to his records.
I have no access to his records.
Yeah.
I have a key to his office because I own the building,
Right,
but I have no right to go and look at his records.
Exactly.
And I think they're in locked cabinets.
Yeah.
And can you reach him to kind of work out something with them?
I suppose I could try to call him.
Yeah, can you do that? And that way maybe they can talk to each other?
Thank you, sir.
You guys are welcome to call
Yeah,
him.
let's go take a look and see what it looks like up there so we can explain to them.
Were they up here already?
Yeah, they were up here.
Did you explain to them how it's subsectioned off and all that stuff?
They were. And I just asked them to stay out here. This is really a public hearing. We'll be waiting shortly.
Oh,
You guys have been here before, but you probably not personally don't remember. I'm not sure who's even here.
there's a guy.
Hello.
Hi. That Mike's number here?
Yes.
No? So, I'm down here, and where's my center?
After we obtained the body cameras, we were able to see and hear what was going on inside that private judge's office. In our next video, I'm going to show you what the private judge had to tell the police officers. I'm going to show you how these attorneys, who are licensed by the state of California, were lying to the police and effectively lying to the public about private judge proceedings, court hearings, and documents we were entitled to see. They called 911 on us when we attempted to exercise our rights to attend a public proceeding, to see public documents, a right that we are entitled to under the law. We don't need a court order for it, and we're going to show you exactly what happened in our next video. Because we're all better off if we fight for public access together, and we assure that we have transparency so that everything is fair for everybody involved, whether it's on the street, in a private judge's office, or in a public court hearing where somebody's conservatorship is at stake.
The courthouse?
Yeah, all the records that are public are at the courthouse.
Okay, at the clerk's office here?
Yeah, in the family law court.
Okay. And where's that location at?
I don't remember. It's
In San Jose?
in San Jose. It's right next to the courthouse I use, which is 191 North First Street. But
Okay.
they're next door at the new pretty courthouse.
Right, okay.